People. What's good? What's up? It's your boy Brian B. I'm back at it. Yo, check it out. We got another episode going down tonight. Oh, I gotta get used to this mic. I got a comedian on. She got a comedian on today. Yo, she gonna talk shit about me. Look at this mic. This is horrible for a comedian. If I was a comedian, I would destroy the person in the front row right now with this fucking device right in front of my face. Check it out. It's your boy Brian B. And we back at it. It's a Thursday. I'm gonna say Tuesday. I'm recording too much. I've been like, so many people have been hitting me up, different messages, different stuff like that. The show has been going crazy. But I'm very happy. Thank you guys so much once again. But we're gonna talk the screen on the screen. We're gonna talk to somebody today, and it's gonna be a crazy episode. Hide your kids, hide your wife. She's gonna talk some shit today, yo. Listen, I'm happy. I've been wanting a comedian to come on here for a while. But yo, it's Thursday. It's your boy Brian B. Beeline Entertainment. ENT is where it's at, where you come on and show. That's right. Beeline ENT. Let's go. Woo!
Let's make some noise.
This movie right here.
Signed to a local hot label, Big on Records.
I'm gonna do it later. Now.
It's the Beeline. It's the Beeline. It's the Beeline. ENT.
As you can see, we got a screen on the screen. It's another Thursday. We in the entertainment scene this time. Yes, that's right. The shirt's yellow and black, so you know what night it is. Thank you guys so much once again. Like, share, subscribe, do all that shit. Tell your friends to do it too, damn it. I want to be heard, yo. Listen, I've been talking so much, my mouth hurts, bro. And not for some gay shit. All right, bro. Yo, we got a guest. Yo, I got to get the focal off of me. Focal points got to be on her now. Yo, she's very interesting. We met. It's not a talking with strangers, but I'm saying we met. She's actually a comedian, stand-up comedian. And I've been wanting to have a stand-up comedian on for a long time. And, yo, from what I'm hearing, I've talked to this comedian for, 20 minutes, and I've heard a lot of shit. So y'all better really hide your kids and shit. Her name is C.A. KANOOBLE, baby. What's good, Miss C.A. KANOOBLE? How you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the Beeline.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. Yes. I'm so excited because we have the same energy. So
yeah, let's go.
We're about to bring the heat this episode.
I love it, man. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, I'm saying it again. I said it like 4 times already. I don't give a shit. I'll say it a million times. I've always wanted to have a comedian come on the show. Yo, one of the things that's crazy, when I started this show, I'm talking about the whole Beeline thing. The web show was my first show. That was like a podcast idea, whatever. But I got into that wanting to kind of do like a stand-up kind of routine. Like I listen to Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Louis C.K., Dave. I listen to fucking everybody, man. So it's like I've been such a fan of comedy for so long that I wanted to try it. I wanted to do it. And then COVID happened or whatever. And I was seeing people literally get on the damn microphone in front of a camera and try to do stand-up comedy to no crowd. And I'm used to, like, being in the environment. One of the parts about being in the live atmosphere is that energy that you're getting fed off from the audience. I remember, like my uncles, they are musicians. I've been in talent shows. I've been so many different shit where I've seen people, and just the atmosphere is amazing, man. It's not like watching a Netflix special. Being there is so much different, just like most like live events. But Miss C.A. KANOOBLE, I'm definitely going to leave the floor to you because you are very interesting, and I want to hear what you got to say because I don't want to talk.
Well, I actually kind of want to touch on something you said about the pandemic and things like that, because it was actually in January of 2020 that I started doing stand-up comedy. Now, I have always been ridiculous. And the best part about my comedy is it is my life. I am a hoe. I am a hoe on the go. The tips that I give and the jokes that I tell and my legendary status as a MILF, throat goat, and menace to society. These are all my life. People just laugh because they do that kind of nervous chuckle where they're like, yeah, that's funny. And I'm going, no, but it's like true. Damn. Like hide your husbands and your wives. I really mean that. Shit. I'm bisexual. God bless. I go both ways.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah, the pandemic, I actually started filming skits. We did one. It was called Speed Dating. We did it in my backyard. We pulled the table out And I put a message out to all these comedians in the Philly area, because that's where I'm from, saying like, yo, my backyard, what's with it? And all these people showed up. And I did, my character was Mary Magdalene, and she was a retired escort that was in the identity program because she witnessed a crucifixion. So like just crazy stuff, you know. But actually one of those skits went really well because I sent it to everybody in my friends list on Instagram at the time. It was called Parent Teacher Conference, which was basically like virtual parent teacher conferences, because they see things behind their children while they're in school that they shouldn't be seeing during class. Like I was the drunk mom. There was another one, the two husbands, one was cheating on the other with a woman. There was a fight scene at the end. Like it was really great. And I sent it to everybody, not thinking anything, but I had fangirled really hard in Tiffany Haddish's inbox earlier in the year because she had just dropped They Ready, or She Ready, whichever one it was at that time. Well, she watched that video, went and liked that video, and started hearting the messages that I sent. I was like,
oh shit,
y'all, Tiffany Haddish is in my inbox right now, y'all.
Crazy, right?
Right. Yeah. I felt like that bitch, you know.
No, listen, it's crazy that we have a connection with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're in an age where, you know, at least our age, I think we're in matching at least a little bit to where we remember, like, you know, watching our favorite celebrities or movie stars or whatever that we remember watching them. And, you know, maybe you had like a couple of people that can write a letter or some shit and send it to your little fan box or whatever in the mail or whatever. But listen, realistically, you can talk to these celebrities now, yo. You can actually connect with people pretty quickly. They got Instagrams and shit all the time. It's crazy knowing that.
Period. And you know what? I have check marks in my inbox trying to sleep with me. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I would have like killed for this when I was younger, because I was like really self-conscious. Yeah. You know, but now I'm like, now to me, it's like, he's not even hot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like back in the day, I would have been like, no, but he's famous. Like, okay, but he's ugly. And him still fuck ugly guys.
It matters, right? Yo, I mean, it is one of those things where actually I can't speak. I wish I could fucking speak on that. Maybe it'll come eventually, but I'm not. But I mean, one of the things that I do like about, you know, you coming on and talking, you know, as a comedian, you know, you say you started in when COVID started. Yeah. So I guess that was like your fucking your coping mechanism for being stuck and not having shit to do or whatever. Everybody closed down. But has it been something that you always wanted to do, or was it something that just kind of like, yo, I'm crazy, I just talk shit, so let me just try it?
It was kind of like every time I'm around people, I'd tell these wild stories and make them laugh and things like that. And I really had never considered it, you know, to be a job. You know, it still isn't to me. It's still a hobby. It's still something I just love to do. I just happen to make some coins now for it. But beyond that, it was like a friend of mine that I'd reconnected with. I knew him half my life. His name is Jackie Wills. He's a great dude, another comedian, Philly comedian. And we were talking, we reconnected, and he was like, well, I have a venue. I do stand-up comedies on this date. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, why aren't you coming out? You know, I'm giving you time on this set, like get out here, you know? And I talked to my mom about it because, you know, I'm a little bit, I have public speaking background, but I also have mental health issues and anxiety. So sometimes it's a little bit hard for me to get to that point. Like once I'm on stage, give me the mic, I'm taking down the house. But you know, it's before then, the anxiety beforehand. And when you get on stage, you know, as a Virgo, I write everything out. And then I use absolutely none of it naturally when I get on the stage, because when the lights hit you, it's kind of like the Men in Black where they kind of flash you.
Yo, for real. Gone. I'm telling you, yo, I thought I was like, I experienced that too. Like I got a lot of people around me who are kind of like, you know, when you got ideas and you're doing something and then people are trying to backseat drive on your ass and shit. trying to tell you what to do and shit. And I'm sitting there like, yo, listen, you don't understand what it's like. I be trying to structure shit, and I be trying to like, I'm actually doing a lot better at organizing and shit like that or whatever. But I be trying to structure shit, and I try to get there and try to deliver it as it's structured. But I'm a fucking maniac. Like I just deliver, bro. Like I'm like a bomb that goes off and then the shit just flies.
Exactly.
And I can't be stopped, but I work best that way. I can't compact and get all that fucking shrapnel and stick it together and say, oh, this part goes here. I just let it flow, man. I don't think about it. I just go, yo. Some people work best spontaneously, man. It's just how it is. It's a creative side.
I am one of them. Yeah, and honestly, when it comes to comedy, you can write it out as much as you want. If you're funny, you're funny. If you're not, you're not. Yeah. You can't always write things out, because you could go into a venue thinking, all right, I'm in Atlantic City. It's going to be a bunch of woo white girls that are on bachelorettes or divorce parties, you know, and then you walk in, it's a bunch of middle-aged, you know, Republican looking white people, and you're going, around. These dick sucking jokes ain't going to fly here. So you have to be ready and willing to just switch it up and just go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
In which case you would just start roasting them because they are middle-aged Republicans. So they're the easiest target.
Yo, so let me ask you something. How do you feel like about when you deliver? How many times have you been on stage so far? Has it been a lot? Have you gotten to like do a lot of on stage work?
I have done a lot of on stage between open mics and shows. I actually have 3 coming up. I've one Saturday. I have awesome. Dialed back a little bit. I have a lot going on, and I'm also a single parent. So when it comes to comedy, it's not something that I need to have stage time every week. I don't need to do that. Not because I think I'm like perfection, but like a hard 7 out of 10, let's be real, you know, but like, I don't feel the need to be out there every week, and people still know and respect who I am, and I'm still getting booked. So cool. I try to keep it no more than 2 shows a month, which is, you know, probably like a 10 to 15 minute set. Yep. And then if I can, I'll sneak out and do, you know, some open mic time, which is usually between 2 and 5 minutes. Because there's some really great comedy scene. There's really great comedy spots here.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine sitting there being able to have, like, you know, like I said, like I would love to do stand up. Like I would love. I think I could. I don't know if I fucking fail at it or not. But I definitely like to talk. I do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I talk shit all the time. But just to put it together is kind of like where I think I'd fall. I used to write music. I used to do all that shit. So it's like, you know, that kind of talent is, I mean, it's an incredible skill, man. Like, you know, people don't admire it as much as it should be admired. You admire like a great comedian that's talking good jokes and stuff like that. But the skill behind it, I think, is what's like kind of lackluster. People ain't paying attention to what it takes. It's important, man. You can get on the stage. Anybody can get on the stage, but to captivate, that's where it really matters. Like,
and you know where else that matters, and where else all that is valid? Porn stars, all valid.
You talk about a lot of sexual
under-recognized. No, but I mean with the recognition, the amount of skill, the amount of time, like
very true.
Being on the
very
camera,
true.
And you know,
everything
you just said could apply to a comedian or a porn star. And I like to believe I'm both. So.
There you go. Okay, so what's the all right? So we got to address it. So you said MILF and dick sucker and all this other shit of 50,000.
Throat goat.
Throat goat. That's like it rhymes and everything. So what exactly started that foundation? So where did you get that from? Like, did that start like, okay, well, people are calling me it, and I'm just gonna stick to it and shit?
No. So first of all, it started because I was very toxic in my 20s. I was traumatized. I was a survivor of something and just did not have any respect for men and no romantic attachment to sex. Yeah. And I also have a mental health condition that causes me to obsess over romantic interests. So I had decided that I would be a hoe. Why do I call myself a hoe? Well, because there's a negative connotation about it. I've always said I'm the Samantha of my friends group. So now I just make it clear that I'm a hoe, because there's either 2 reactions I'm going to get: in which case you just want to be me, or in which case they might want to fuck me, and either way I'm with it. You know, so I wrote this book, which was basically like little tips and tricks that I wrote down as I went along. Like, do not have sex with bald men. Just little tips that I would write down for myself. Remember, I was toxic. So when I say that, I was toxic. Yeah. I wrote a book called The Hoe Handbook. And that's what I honestly have been using for my copy. I haven't even gotten into the rest of the material I have in the last 2 years. It's just been always just a hit after hit after hit. And it's a 45-minute set that I wrote over the years based on my book. And I've never even gotten to do the full 45-minute set yet. So I'm just going to keep using it for now. But I am also reworking that book to relaunch next year as a not so toxic 30-year-old. Well, 31, but, in my 30s. Still a hoe, but not as toxic.
That's what's up. Yeah, yo, listen, I love when people is fucking real, yo, and that's really what it boils down to. A big thing with comedy is like, you hear it a lot, like, comedians say what you want to say, but you're scared to say because you don't want to be looked at in a certain way. So somebody who takes it, grabs it by the balls, like, I'm a hoe, fuck, that's what I am. Like, I ain't hiding it. Like you said, you're gonna be looked at a couple different ways or whatever, but whatever you look at it as, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that shit. You know what's crazy? Here's a stupid part of this conversation, but listen, when everything was happening, and you know, I'm going all the way back to fucking politics or whatever. I'm just gonna say it. When Donald Trump was fucking running for presidency,
Yeah.
and all that wild shit was happening, he was saying a lot of dumb shit, and he was doing a lot of stupid stuff or whatever. There's no doubt about it. One thing that I was saying on top of everything, I was laughing first off, but I was also saying, like, y'all hating, y'all saying all this shit and being mad or whatever, but it's the only honest motherfucker that's ever came up here.
Facts. Thank you.
Shit. Like, yo, everybody's bitching and moaning about, look, did you hear what he said? I'm like, yeah, I heard what he said.
He said,
I know that was real. Like, there ain't no, he didn't fake. Yeah, he ain't fake that shit. Them other motherfuckers up there with they suit all fancy and shit, and they talking, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm the most respectable. Man, you ain't respectable. You got dirt in your shit just like everybody else.
Yeah, it's like those girls that you already know they got numbers in their little black book to be like, oh my god, I've never done anal. Like, bitch, yes the fuck you have. Lying ass bitch.
Isn't that interesting? That is such an interesting, that's another interesting ass topic, man. You know, it's we live in a point now where it's like, you know, women are way more out about their you know, sexual experiences and like engagements and shit like that or whatever. Like, you know, girls are not scared to be like, yeah, I fucked him. I don't care. I fucked him and his brother and his father and his dog and all that shit.
All right, we don't do bestiality here. I mean, I'm not like a kink shamer because I am heavy into the kink realm, but that I will shame. That's a hard pass. And
people do crazy shit, man. But you know, girls are way more out and about with it now. You know what I'm saying? You're not scared to count your bodies and stuff like that. Brag about it at that.
And so it's like the dick game's trash.
Yo, listen, straight up on video and shit.
Yep.
If I was single, I'd be scared to death to be fucking everybody. I'll be writing contracts and shit up like, yo, listen, don't tell nobody about nothing.
I actually do sign NDAs with everybody that I play with. Yes, that's real. I do that. So I'm glad you said that. So you already know.
Yo, listen, you probably have to, man. There's so much that you can sit there and can fall back on you. I mean, you know, you think about it as men so much because it's kind of always been like the you know, the process of a man falling into a bad situation with a woman and then she's saying she didn't want to do something.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it
can happen to you know, women too, men saying that, oh, she did this or robbed me at night or some shit like that or whatever. It's interesting, man. It's like everything's kind of switching, you know, as the years go on, like, you know, how we're brought up to look at shit. But well,
I'm just very detailed with the people that are on my roster because they're picked for that reason. I see sex as play. It's a stress relief. It's play. There's nothing romantic to it to me. You're there for a job, and then after, like, high five each other and say good job, champ, and then you can get the fuck out my house because we don't do sleepovers. It's a queen size bed, baby, and I'm the only queen in this house. All right.
Oh shit. Yeah, keep it going.
But what I usually do for my like onboarding, just to give you a little background, is we do the NDAs. Now, to be fair, they're not always notarized unless I get a weird vibe because I take very hot videos and pictures. Yes, some of them are on OnlyFans, but those people are paying for that shit. I'm not giving it to you for free, and then you're just going to make a spam page or something or just share my nudes out. I know they're top tier. Okay, I work very hard to maintain, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't just get that for free. But beyond that, I also like to make them take a test on bdsmtest.org. Tells you what they like and what they don't, what they are and what they're not, as far as kinks and all that kind of thing. And then I just sit and we make an agreement. What are you looking to get out of this? What am I looking to get out of this? Obviously, I'm looking to get orgasms. Are you going to make that happen? Like, is your head game trash? And I have literally stood up and left. Like, I have left and I have told them why. Like, there's a difference between like guiding them like, yeah, a little left, or, ooh, I really like that, you know, instead of just, where do you even know where the clit is? Like, do you know where it is? I'm not teaching you that, you know,
That's fucking crazy.
After the age of 23, I was like, this is dumb. If I can find it, I know damn well you can find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yo, you know what's crazy though? Listen, yo, like I just said, listen, if that was me, and I'm saying it, but if that was me, I'd probably be like, really? Are you fucking serious? But I mean, I could just imagine, like, you know, somebody who has like really low confidence, you probably broke their ass in half.
I don't mess with men who have low confidence.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of my problem, honestly. I am a very alpha woman. I'm very intimidating, in case you can't tell.
Got it.
I need a man that's gonna tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna listen to him, but it'll turn me on.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a man that's gonna put me in my place, but I'm not gonna stay there. Catch what I'm saying, you know?
That's real interesting, man. It's like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy to hear. This is the first time I've never had a conversation like this on the B line so far. But first time is, and it's great too. I loved it. So when you're doing like these things, like you just said, you deal with confident men. You have them fill out these fucking progress reports.
No, they're not progress reports. You'll know the progress.
What are you good at?
No. Because first of all, the roster is only a certain period of time, and then Hot Girl Summer there is a break in the roster. If you didn't get a call back, that is your progress report. Like, you're not on next season's roster.
How do these guys feel filling this shit out?
Usually it's pretty
are they sitting in a waiting room and shit, like with their legs crossed?
No, so usually like I'll go out somewhere with them.
Yeah.
We'll go have like coffee or something, just have a basic talk. If I get a good vibe, then we'll either do like a video just like this.
Yeah.
And they'll have their documents, the e-sign, sent back, or we'll sit face to face in the room. You know, I'll wear a low cut shirt, so it's worth their time. And then we'll sign the paperwork. I have triple D tits, so it's worth their time.
This is fucking crazy. Great conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've never heard anything like that. But you want to know something? I'm not saying like it doesn't exist or whatever, but I just never heard, like, I guess you read about it like in a Reddit stream somewhere or some shit like that or whatever, but like to actually hear, like, it sounds like a successful business and you're getting what you want from it, and guys are getting from what they want from it as well. I'm saying, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? You have a clear understanding that, there's no attachment to this, to down to fucking paperwork. So get what you like. If I don't like it, we done. You breaking motherfuckers internal souls.
Spirit. No, but you know what? It's like a trip to the supermarket. You get in, you get out, you call it a day. You want to not see or talk. And the people that I'm in my roster with, we are not friends.
Yeah.
We do not talk. We do not text. I don't care what's going on with your life. We're not going to have that weird, awkward, when you go to, like, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but like a one night stand, and there's that awkward period where you're like trying to pretend you didn't just go there to fuck, but like you just went there to fuck.
Yes, I do.
I don't have those awkward moments because I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. And there's been a couple of men who got really upset by that. And I was surprised.
I bet.
I was surprised. I was like, dude, I don't care what's going on with your life. Are you gonna pull your dick out or not? Like,
there's always the stigma, It's always that thought that behind, oh, men just want to do it. Men just want to fuck. Men don't catch feelings. Shit's coming out now a lot more because everybody's on, they soapbox and shit. But literally, it's hard. It's hard. I'm speaking for me too. I'm not like instant fall in love person and shit. But when you're dealing with someone, especially if you like it, it's like, damn, this is, even if it's just that, like, I like it. They do. I bet.
I used to teach classes on how to better please your partner at sex clubs. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love
a lot of sexual shit. Yeah, you probably talk about nothing but this shit on the stage. Like, I can't imagine.
Well, not necessarily. So I have people who come to me for advice, but honestly, the biggest thing I taught people was just to communicate with each other and how to make a girl squirt in 10 to 15 seconds or less. That was like really it. And that was mostly men. Yeah, but honestly, on stage, like, I make jokes about the different branches of the military and how they fuck because I did the legwork. I like me a man in uniform, but I don't talk too much in detail about, like sloppy head or oral sex or anal or anything like that.
Yeah.
I honestly give literal tips from my hoe handbook and people just fucking crack up. They're just stupid, but they all have a little message and a meaning behind them.
That's pretty awesome, yo.
I'm like an inspiration.
So. Yo, you want to know why? Because people don't do it. People are it's so shunned upon. Like, so nobody's gonna come out and just be real about the shit. Like, yeah, fuck everybody. I'll tell you how it is. Yeah, you want to know? I'm pretty sure, like, people have, just like you just said, you meet guys who can't find the clit and shit. Like, how? What the fuck is that possible? You're over 30 and you can't do this.
Thank you.
That means, well, it's because there's a lot of times people are awkward and people aren't good in different situations and people don't know how to do something. So they see a position where they don't have to try hard. And nothing against anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you got to sign a paper. I get this paperwork done, get the job, I got applied for. And I got the position.
It is like a job you got to apply for.
Yeah, but I failed the position. I got fired because I wasn't good at my job. So it's like, you know, some people just don't have that confidence, man. It's not easy. Like I've dealt with a lot of different people, you know, not dating them, but you know, I know a lot of different situations where people are just literally not good at, you know, communicating. So, you know, that's usually the basis from starting into a relationship. So if you suck at communicating, you can't get past that fucking like third base step to get to the actual relationship or sex and whatever. Yeah, you can't really get far. And there's a lot of people like that, man.
And honestly, communication is a big deal when it comes to sex too.
Yeah,
if you can't communicate, and there's a lot of women who do this, and I'm going to say it again, stop faking orgasms. Tell that man his dick game is trash so that he knows he needs to work on that.
That's true. Yeah,
you know, you don't have to be mean about it like I would, but you need to say something, because some of these men are out there thinking that they got top tier dick and it is mid at best. Okay. And they need to humble themselves.
Hey guys, you heard what she said, right?
I hope they did. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're telling them. If your partner needs work, tell them to get the work. Start watching some videos, start writing some tips and tricks, start telling them what they need to do. Help them out. You want to
know what's interesting? When you're in a relationship too, especially when you're in a committed relationship and stuff like that, you know, shit gets stale, shit gets old and stuff like that. You dealt with something, even if you guys were having sex at the beginning, you know, you stop, you know, maybe not do it as much anymore. You don't have much reason, you know, your constant day-to-day shit you got going on. But to rekindle, what is always the things that they try to say? Yo, try this, do this, you'll dress up as Batman and shit. Yeah. So it's like, you know, having that kind of desire, not my butt, not mine. Not mine.
I would also like to say that consent is very important. Do not, Marines got PTSD. Oh, you know, people got PTSD out here. Don't be sticking the fingers, unwanted or unwarranted or surprised fingers anywhere.
Yeah, it's a very interesting conversation. Like, you know, really, like, you know, not even funny wise and shit. It's like, it's interesting to realize like how, like, your services are actually needed, you know, in a lot of cases. I think they would greatly help a lot of different relationships, and not just like, you know, just fucking everybody or whatever, but I'm saying like
I'm not a slut. Whoa, there's a big difference between a hoe and a slut. I'll tell you when you're done. Finish your thought, because I gotta clarify some things. I can't hear you.
Well, try to I fucking got lost because I was thinking about slut and hoe, the difference now.
I was thinking about both.
but you know, you think about what's needed to kind of, you know, get better. So if you're with somebody and somebody accepted you, like you said, a lot of times you fake it. You're like this, I love him for who he is. I love this, whatever. Sure. So sex isn't that important to some people, but you're still kind of missing an area. Yo, it isn't, man. It is. I like I said, I know some people. I'll be honest with you. I'm saying I know some people. I mean, even to me, like at this point, I'm 35. I'm not like old. I'm fucking fatter than I've ever been in my life. But I'm not as into it as I was. It probably is because like I'm not as.
She didn't choke on it. I get it.
So, I told my IT tip. IT tip, she could have shown me. If she doesn't even know. Hey guys, IT tip don't have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about down here.
She's gonna say, yeah, because I only gave him 50% because he didn't take the trash out today. So you ain't getting 100. Okay. Listen, when men get married and get in relationships, usually the percentage of effort into blowjobs drops to about 30%. You only see 80 to 90 max, like honeymoon or when you get engaged stage, like those two life moments.
That special shit. Yo, listen. Yo, you think what the special shit is, right? What's the special shit? You buy diamonds and all that bullshit. Nah, that's not the special. You know what the special shit is? Go cook some dinner and shit for the kids and everybody. Yo, go downstairs. Yo, listen. Listen. Go downstairs. This your boy right here. Go downstairs and you know, see her working. You're like, you know, let her just work. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna, get the kids, clean this up, clean everything up, get everything done, whatever, clean everything up.
There you go.
And then you said to open it up and you, hey babe, what you doing? You're not doing nothing. Yo, go upstairs, chill. I did everything already. Everything's done. And then watching you get in that bed, play the game with it for a little while. You get in that bed, start rubbing it on you. Yeah, well, you feel okay?
Back it up.
Okay. Bam, that's where that motherfucker come in. Fuck all that bullshit, yo. You don't gotta buy no flowers. You just gotta show it. You just gotta show initiative, bro. And that's something I learned, like, you know, because I used to be the one try to buy him bracelets and shit like that or whatever. Nah, man, you just gotta show that you care, man. Take the load off, you know, especially when you're married. Like you said, when you're married, it does fall back, man. You guys see each other forever. You fart, you shit in front of each other. It's not like all that, you know, fancy ecstasy shit. That shit's over with, bro. Like you raising 3 kids and dealing with the world together.
Your idea of role play is getting in the van because she's soccer mom today instead.
I'm telling you, right? You over there doing everything together and shit like that, stinking dirty around each other all the time. It's like, nah, bro, you ain't always hard for it all the time. But it is, like you just said, it's really good information. But yeah, let's go back to the whole
things I want to jump on it. I will tell you the difference in a minute. There's something really valuable in what you said, and it's something that I've been preaching to these men for a while, and women, you know, because everybody swings their own ways. But your partner does not need you to spend money to unlock primal throat, as I like to call it, or throat goat status, you know, where her mouth is actually moist because she drank water throughout the day to make sure she was prepared, and she's making all the noises, everything, ASMR or whatever it's called, everything, the full works. Okay, do what this man tells you to do. All right, you don't say anything, and you do things that you know she's going to love and appreciate, and that's going to help her relax, so that she wants to do those things. That's when she's like, let me go slip into something comfortable. And now you're like role playing, and she's got like pigtails in and shit. And you're just getting funky.
Yo, for real.
Funky fresh, all right? You got to
unlock
it for your women. Even
love
just
language. That's what they call it. Love language or whatever the fuck you call it. Yeah.
Everybody has a different love language, but the only one that does not change is acts of service for everyone. That means if you have to, here's a good tip too, sticky notes. Sticky notes are a great way to show your partner that you appreciate them and that you care and that you want their ass, you know?
That's nice.
You're like,
Actually, that's
I saw them titties in that shirt today, you know, but you leave it in a place where only she could find it, obviously, and not your children. Or, you know,
for sure.
That dick though in his lunchbox or something funny and cute, you know? You know, but I know that talk about mess up your stomach, but you look a lot smaller today, girl. You know, don't say anything about weight. That's a joke.
Oh,
you know,
man,
unless you're gonna tell her ass got fat, then that's always a compliment now. But
now
men always think, and this is going to drive me into the next point, which is the difference. Okay, men always think they have to put some kind of compensation out to unlock the inner hoe that's in a woman, because a hoe could be for everyone, or a hoe could be for someone's son. You don't stop being a hoe because you get married. Yes, the roster falls off. Like no ring, keep the roster. But once you get married, obviously the roster goes. So now you're just a hoe for one person instead. The difference is this. Let's start with a slut, okay? A slut is in it for the love of the game. They're fucking anyone, anywhere, anytime. They do not care. They just want to have fun. Get it, girl. They're in their hot girl summer all year long, usually under the age of 27. To be fair. Then you have your whores. Whores are in it for some kind of compensation, whether it's dinner, $40, their hair and nails done, whatever it is. They're getting something in return for having sex. And honestly, a lot of the times they feel obligated to, but that's a whole different topic. Then you have your hoes, like me. I am the hoe, a little bit different. I am not a hoe. I'm not some hoe. I am the hoe. I wrote the handbook for a reason, okay? These are top tier bitches. Yes, it's called the Hoe Handbook. Top tier bitches, okay? They don't just fuck anyone. They're very selective. They are always dressed presentable. They always look nice. They're the girls that do the whole full hair, makeup, outfit for any kind of play because they know that it's all a show. It's always a show. They're the ones that do the seductive and wear the low-cut shirts, but just enough so you could see it. Or the ones like me who hit you with the double bounce when they go down the steps so you look twice and you fall every time. Double bounce, ladies. Write that down. Double bounce is a very powerful tool.
Y'all better be taking notes. Y'all understand?
There's a lot Listen, mine is in my hair right now, so I'm actually breaking a hoe handbook rule technically, but here's how you know you found a hoe. There's always a hair tie around the wrist. Mine is obviously up here right now, but hair tie around the wrist. Hoes are ready to suck dick anytime, anywhere, any place, but we don't fuck in public, but we won't suck any dick, but we will anytime.
Okay,
you know.
So this is I feel like I should be taking notes, like for real. Like I'm not single anymore, but I got somebody who, you know, I like, listen, baby, listen. I found out the key to success.
Yo, my boy just asked me where the hoes are. I had to tell him how to find them.
Right, I'm telling you, like I read a book. Yo, you say you wrote a book. This is crazy. This interesting part about Brian B. I don't even know if I ever said this on the show before, but when I was in 6th grade, I think it was, I started writing a relationship book. And don't ask me how the fuck I knew everything, but I didn't know everything. But I used to literally, even in school, I used to go on askmen.com. I used to go to a whole bunch of different websites and just study different things. Like one of the big things that I was always interested in was how do you get a girl out of your league? And I was never like, the like ugly kid or whatever, but I developed and started to get into my pretty stage or whatever.
So what's your answer for that, by the way? I want to know when you're done.
Okay, but but it was just like different tips and clues and like ways that you can, I think I do think that's where I did build my confidence a lot from reading stuff like that. It kind of like engaged me as I went over time. But I had a shoebox full of different tips I would write down off of online and stuff like that, or whatever, how you get, people who are out of your league, or how to speak to somebody and approach somebody that's like, maybe in a bad situation. It was really interesting, but I actually did that. So it's like having that knowledge, like you're saying, with the whole, like, it's funny, but on some real shit. Like you saying some real shit right now. Like
that's exactly what I did. What you did is what I did. Exactly. I just put it in a book instead.
Yeah, that's the same thing, because it's like I felt like I needed that kind of like, advice. I wanted to look for it, and I was able to find like a lot of information, and then kind of use it, and then learn my own studies when I did my own shit. And then that's what, like you just said, like, how I found out. When you're talking to people, it's more about connecting where you're strong. And I think that's where I started to learn how to, whether it be, you say it and it's funny, but it's like your personality or how you, your confidence, how you carry yourself, your dress, your look. There was this kid in my high school, dude was ugly as hell. Dark black, super burnt black, crispy. I mean, he looked like a ghoul. But I'm telling you right now, he used to get girls because he would literally go up to girls. He'd talk. He like he was fucking Brad Pitt. It wouldn't matter.
I got it right here. Bad bitch.
It's all
big dick
about
energy.
the shit, yo. That's it. That's it. Like you said right now. That's it. That's all you need, yo. Yep. And it's sometimes people do need to hear. That's my point. Sometimes people do need to hear the shit that we thinking in our head. There's some girls who want to give play, but maybe you'll deny it because you want to not be seen as, oh, I don't want to, look this way, so I don't want to do as freaky as I want to be right now. I think that's wrong. But when you establish that fucking understanding, like, hey, I can do this. Maybe I can. Let me put it together right. And you read your handbook and shit. And
here you go.
Like, oh, I know how to do it now.
And what I do is I teach people how to please and be pleasing through sexual and self-empowerment. I teach them bad bitch, big dick energy. Because when you look in the mirror every day and say, damn, bitch, you're a hard 7 out of 10 being generous. You know what I mean? When you give yourself that energy, people are going to feel that energy and they will start to approach you, and you will just start making eye contact, and you'll, give them a little, and then they'll want to come up to you. You won't even need to approach the guy you were afraid to approach, because
that was one of the things right there.
The way you're looking, they're going to want to be a part of it. But by then you're going to be so far advanced, they're now out of your league.
Yeah. Yo, it's fucking crazy how it works. It's a lot of psychological game with the relationships and shit like that or whatever, man. That was one of the things that I did learn as I was young and I was getting girls. I remember in high school, there was definitely dealing with different girls, and I'm not bragging. I'm being dead ass honest.
Yeah,
I was getting girls and guys were coming up to me. I remember, I'm jumping around my thoughts, but I remember, it's crazy because I was going to a funeral, and I was dating this girl, and it was she had walked out the car. We were at a gas station. We were driving in the fucking funeral line. We were getting gas, and she went and walked into the damn gas station, whatever. I remember my cousin. He walked like a spy or some shit. Like he walked in the car like a fucking, and he's like, "Yo, who is that?"
It's always the cousin that does that shit too. I'm like,
damn, nigga, like she's like she was looking good, but I was like, it's my girl. It was like, yo, you got her.
Right.
Yeah, fuck you trying to say? Like,
hating ass cousin. There's always.
I was like, bro, yeah, I got her, yeah. But it was like, that's how it was in high school too. Like I was able to pull, like, just like how you said, it was always just like, you walk up to somebody and just say, hey, excuse me, never mind. I'll talk to you later, and just walk away and fuck their whole head up. Now they're thinking about, what the fuck is he doing? What the hell was that? Thinking about you and shit.
Listen, once you get crazy, the master level, stick with me, because all I have to do is give a look, and them motherfuckers will be thinking about me. Okay. You learn as you really step into what I like to call your power or your true self, beyond the faking smiles and faking orgasms and faking appearances. I fake nothing. Maybe the smile. I'm a little mentally ill, but like that's because I'm a comedian. A grippy sock vacation is a rite of passage for a comedian. And my mating call is the sound of a shaking pill bottle. So I'm up front, obviously, with everything. I tell men that I'm crazy. Whether or not they choose to believe me is up to them. So when I start doing some crazy shit, don't come back to me and you crazy bitch. Yes, I'm a crazy bitch. You were told. But once you start really coming into your power, so to speak, things hit different. You don't have to flirt. Flirting, you'll learn, is for people who want to try too hard. You know, you just look at them and they can feel it, you know, chest out, you know, you'll know the difference between a walk and a work, you know, you'll know why appearances are so important to a hoe, and you'll want to be a hoe. You know, you'll want to be a homie of mine. So you know, I want people to literally feel like they are a top tier bitch. Whether or not it's true is irrelevant, because we're all pieces of shit. Let's be real. Like, let's be real. Some degree. Let's be real. Me especially. Whether it be thoughts or whatever. I could be toxic as fuck. I know that. Again, I'm mentally ill, so I get nuts. But at the same time, you know, you should do it with a good heart. Like, let's be real. But I demean men. I treat them like shit. I'm not sign up for it. Sounds like they do. But they're in the waiting room with the fucking crossword puzzle. They really are. But you know, when you really start stepping into and loving yourself, things really, like I said, hit very different. You won't have to think somebody's out of your league. That's not even a thing to me. You know, the last time I mentioned or said the words league or in or out of a league was like sport related. And I had no idea what I was talking about because I don't know shit about sports. Like, I don't even think of that concept. That's not a concept to me, because my energy is when I walk into a room, doesn't matter what it's for or what the people are there for, or what I'm there for. These people are there for me. They're there for me. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody wants to talk to me. I am the best. And that may seem cocky to some people, but guess what? I've been very self-conscious when I was younger. I've been the worst of the worst. I hated myself. I did all the negative behaviors, no self-care, you know. I was done with that. I literally did that all through high school. And then the second I went to college, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm a bad bitch. And then I was the baddest. Yo, you know what's crazy though? Yo, on some real shit. You're speaking some really real shit right now. Like, you know, even, you know, all jokes aside, like, I think that's one of the biggest things that people do miss out on when, you know, and I'm just going to be honest, like, I know it's a very touchy subject, but with suicide and a lot of different things, man, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know. But I made an attempt in April. Damn, it's fucking hard, you never know. It's hard to hear. You never know. Easy to reach out. But just what you just said, man, is like, it's literally the change. It's like, you know, you having being able to have those thoughts of, fuck it, this is bad, but there's always tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like that other option, because the last option you're going to have is the last fucking thing you could ever do, and that's that. So it's like the what the fuck is the word? Optimism. Optimism. Okay, yeah. The optimism of being able to say, well, it's always tomorrow. Like, I fucking got fired today. This happened. And I always say there's a harder orgasm that I need to chase. So whatever works, right? Yeah, see, whatever works. But it's just, it's crazy how, like, you know, if more strength can be built in, instead of, like you said, you were not that confident when you were in school and stuff like that, and self-conscious and stuff like that, or whatever. If you learn, even me, like, I was never actually, honestly, never ever like that. I just wanted to do better. But that was my experience in turning the page of, like, instead of going backwards, like, oh man, maybe I never can do this. I was like, nah, fuck that. Where can I do this? Let me find out I can do this. And you sound like you did the same thing. Fuck this. I'm not bad. Fuck yes, I am, bitch. Who the fuck said I'm not? It's the attitude, yo. It's the attitude. It can't be taught either. That's what's crazy. I guess it can be kind of taught, but you have to allow yourself to have it taught to you. Like, you have to be open for it. You have to want it. Yeah, bro. That's real interesting. I know they say this a lot, and it's literally one of my most hated phrases, other than "can I spend the night," is fake it till you make it. But there is some level of truth to it. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't fake to yourself. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying too. To everyone else that you're that bitch, but unless you're going home at night, you're looking in the mirror going, "Chef's kiss, bitch, you a whole snack." You're crying instead because you're holding up this persona. You can only wear a mask for so long before you either become that mask or it eats you alive.
Yeah, that's real.
Period.
Yeah, that's real, yo.
Period. The only person who's going to be like you and love you fully is you. You're not going to be fulfilled in life if you are not happy with yourself. And I can say that because I have literally hated myself. And even with the confidence I have, there's been periods where I haven't, you know?
Yeah.
There's been periods where I'm like, no, like I'm literally garbage and I shouldn't even be here. And then, you know, because I have mental health issues, my sense of self changes often, you know, so then I'll be like, wait, bitch, what are you talking about? I don't have multiple personalities, but I do talk to myself. I'll go like, bitch, what are you talking about? Have you looked in a mirror? Top tier, like
that's
bitch,
good though, man. Yeah, that's good, yo. That's really good that you could do that for yourself, man. It's being able to do it for yourself is the most important. It's like you said, there's not always somebody around. It's not. So you do have to put yourself and have an understanding. I think that's another problem, that a lot of people don't have an understanding of exactly what they have going on. They may have an understanding of how they feel bad, but they don't understand how they, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's easier.
Do you want to know why? Because they do what I used to do. So again, I have a trauma thing. I didn't tell anyone for 13 years, but it happened as soon as I turned 18 and I lost my entire sense of self. Now, yes, I still had some of that confidence and I'm still kind of the way I am now, but I was very toxic towards men. Regardless, you know, I hated myself. I was doing things out of hatred other than having orgasms. That has never changed. That has always been out of love for myself. But, you know, like I'm talking about the behaviors that I did and doom scrolling and the escapism that we all do. You know, I worked 2 jobs. I'm a single mom. And whenever I had free time to spend by myself, I was like, ew, and invited people over because I didn't want to deal with that.
You don't want to deal with yourself.
Yeah, we called it a moldy chicken on a show. I had a conversation with the girl about this and we called it the moldy chicken in the fridge. Nobody's going to touch that moldy chicken because it was your job to take out the moldy chicken and you didn't do it. So everybody else is going to leave it there, but it's your job to take care of your moldy chicken. You know, and if you keep putting food into the fridge, it's going to start to mold because you didn't deal with the moldy chicken. And that's exactly what happens with your mental health when you continue to not sit with yourself. If you can sit with yourself and write down 15 things you like about yourself today, I guarantee you'll feel better about yourself tomorrow. And if that's awesome. And if instead you're scrolling through TikTok and Facebook and looking at other people who are more confident than you because they did what you didn't, you're going to feel like shit. So the choice is yours. Are you going to doom scroll?
You preaching right now.
Yeah. Are you going to doom scroll? Are you going to keep inviting friends over? Are you going to keep watching movies and TV and reading books and listening to podcasts and looking at my beautiful face and all my selfies and subscribing to my OnlyFans? Oh, I'm kidding. But like, are you going to keep doing all this?
Sign me up.
I do. I just made an OnlyFans, but I didn't put like nudes or anything on it. I was like,
yo,
I'll put like 2 pictures.
You know what's crazy? Like, you know, you just said 31. I'm 35. You know what's crazy? Like, yo, when I was younger, bro, I used to, you know, I was in love with like, you know, probably the same girls off TV that everybody was, you know, Pink Ranger, Power Rangers, Topanga from Boy Meets World. Yo, come on. No, not Topanga.
She was too bossy for me, dude. I
got you.
I would end up smacking the shit out of her.
Everybody. But
violence is not okay.
No. But it was very interesting, like, you know, to see, you know, you wanted to see them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to see, oh man, she's pretty, she's this, you want to see her in a bikini or whatever, you know, you think about at that age. But now, literally, you know, you can go on Facebook or, you know, or Instagram, OnlyFans, and see people you went to fucking school with that you never had a chance with, or you never did this or whatever, and they're fucking, you know, on OnlyFans, you know,
spread wide open.
Literally, I was working with this girl, literally, not that long ago, one of my last jobs, and I was scrolling. I had her Instagram. We were friends at work or whatever. I sat there and saw her page and shit. I saw her Twitter, and she's over there sucking dick and everything. I'm like, literally just fucking like whoring out on Twitter. Like, you don't even gotta pay for it. Like,
I got something to say about that too.
And I'm sitting there like, damn, you can just literally see all of these people doing this shit now. It's available. You can just see people on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and they straight up fucking porn stars.
Yeah. And guess what? There is nothing wrong, number one, with being a porn star. If that is your chosen profession, get it, girls. But for the girls, and I'm calling them girls because they are not women that are on Instagram and Facebook. And honestly, unless you're doing it for like a you know, because you're into that kind of BDSM lifestyle where you like to put on a show for people when you have sex, you should not even be completely naked on anything ever. You can make a man pay hundreds of dollars a month without even taking your clothes off because you have a sexuality that people can feel. Period. You don't have to spread your shit apart and show your whole setup for people to want to fuck you. You know what I mean? There's about 1,000 men with squiggly lines for names that are trying to convince me that I'm a princess and want to marry me. And I don't even post cleavage shots on Facebook. You know,
it's crazy, man.
It's all in how you present yourself.
Yeah, you're very right. You know, it's interesting, like talking about that. You even made me think about stuff like, you know, one of the things that I find the sexiest, you know, I think a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, it's something weird where it's like when you see somebody and they're fully naked, like you see a woman, and you know, I'm talking about, of course, for a woman, but when you see a woman and she's fully naked, and you look at her, I'm not saying there's anything not beautiful about it, but what I'm saying is it's not as sexy as when she's in the nice push-up bra and got the nice, you know, pretty shirt on, the hair's done nice, makeup looks good, she got a sexy pose. It's crazy, yo. It's really fucking crazy. You would think that, oh, yep, that's the action, that's what you want, because that's the attraction. You want to have sex, you want to do this, you want to do that, but it's like that visual, just like you just said, it's that show. It's like that visual is what turns you the fuck on. If you just walked around ass naked all the time and there was never anything, it's just like with marriage life or whatever. It's like with marriage life, you're together with your mate all the time, and literally you guys walk around, you fart, eat, sleep, drop shit on the floor and clean it up, and then it's like literally vomit, right? And then literally you sit there and you're just used to that. So it's like until you get that date night where she puts on the earring, like IT Tip, she came and did the show with me yesterday. We did the show yesterday together, just went out tonight. That's when we're recording this. I don't know when y'all gonna see this video, but she went out tonight, and then like she came downstairs and she was all dressed, she had her earrings in, and I was like, holy shit, look at my fucking girl. Like you forget because it's crazy, man. But you need that sexual fucking, you know, costume. You need that cosplay shit to where it's like, yo, this is my wife, you know, at the thing. Yeah, yo, you really need that shit, because just the naked, you walking around just sucking everybody. As soon as I see somebody's titties, that I'm like, yo, and I look up. Here's a secret. I look up a celebrity that I see. I'm like, damn, big ass titties. I want to see them titties. Yo, I want to see them titties. I always want to see some titties. So then I sit there, I look it up or whatever, and I see like, okay. As soon as I see it, I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied.
Because they're not.
I see it. Is that the thing? I don't know.
That's the thing. I literally printed a canvas. Like I put paint on my chest and put it on a canvas for my wall. Like I see my titties every day. Just
hey, listen,
because I love me, man. Ain't nobody loving me better than me.
Titties is what it is. Yep, and that's your self-love, yo.
But I get what you're saying, and I want to add to that too, because that's the biggest problem I see with people in long-term relationships and marriages. They've seen you naked thousands of times.
Yeah.
Put something on instead. Learn a new belly dance. I got one of those little belts that you put on and it does the.
Yeah.
It don't take much. It really doesn't. That shit is like $2 at the thrift store. Or putting your hair in pigtails as opposed to putting it down. Or putting messy makeup on instead of putting pristine, clean makeup on like you would. The difference in it is what's going to catch the attention. And boing, you're off to the races.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
How you present yourself. It's literally a show. Whenever you're going in, that's why I call it play. It's like you're putting on an act. You're not, but you know.
Just like you just said a minute ago, and we were just talking about my experience in high school and stuff like that. And like I said, you walk up to the girl and you say, hey, I gotta tell you, I forgot, I'll tell you in a minute. It's all about catching the attention. It's all about making them think about that shit.
Mystery.
Because once you get somebody involved in you, even yourself gets you involved in you. It's a game changer, yo. Yeah. You're thinking about shit differently. I'm on a fucking motivated path right now, literally, for doing this shit right here. I'm fucking recording, going crazy. My phone has been blowing up, and I love it. So it's like I'm all into what I'm doing right now. I'm involved and I'm experiencing different things. I'm seeing myself differently. I'm trying to work out more. I'm doing all this shit. And it's all engaged in one fucking experience where I'm interested in my situation. When you make somebody interested in you, the build is what's different. The acceptance is all the time. But that change, like you said, putting on the makeup and shit, just coming out with the fucking lipstick on the side and just looking crazy. Sometimes my girl, she'll mess up her hair and she just walks inside the room. And she's like,
she a hoe.
She's looking around.
That's
like,
a hoe right there.
Like, damn, what the fuck you got going on? And she's like, no, I'm mad. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been good. Be mad. Be
so could
mad.
you madly drop to your knees?
Yeah, do something, man. Like, yo, I fucking love it, yo. It's really good conversation. Damn, I was not expecting this.
It's really educational, and you know what?
It is.
It's one of my biggest tips to people. I'm going to mess up my hair here, but I don't care. It's one of my biggest tips to people. It's just to switch things up. It does not take much to spice back up a marriage. Okay, it does not. My biggest tip to people too, especially in the younger realm, because there are a lot of people who are about like 17 to 20 who watch my show. When I get into, and I'm actually going to be doing an episode about this coming up, porn. Porn is not meant to be watched while you're having sex, ever. Never. Do not ever do that. Now, if you're watching it to get in the mood and then you get into it, cool. Watching it by yourself, obviously, cool. Whether to learn something or to finish the business, cool. Listen, I've hubbed all the porn. Okay, it's all been hubbed. Like, I've made playlists. There's favorites. Like, I have a whole on every porn site. You know,
I can't watch porn with people, man. Yeah, one of the things that I've never been into watching shit together. Like, I don't know, I want to see my freaky shit by myself. I don't know, you don't know shit about me, y'all.
That's because you're looking at it the wrong way. So what I used to do, this started when I was in college, and I'm actually going to get back into it. People are weird about it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I used to sit with friends and we'd make popcorn, have our little snacks, and we would put on funny porn videos that we had discovered during the week, and we would all sit there and laugh and like point out like, haha, look at her labia, you know, like just dumb college kid stuff. Obviously we were in college at the time, but you know, I still laugh at stuff. I still I research a lot. I'm kind of like you in that way. I research a lot. A lot of what I learned came from the sex club, you know, just watching other people just be naked and free, you know, because this stuff that I used to go to, like you couldn't even take a phone in. It was very private. So you had to be a member to get in. There was like a dungeon. There was like showers and swings and pools and dance floors, 40 different rooms. It kind of felt like Alice in Wonderland wandering through there, but like dicks.
I bet.
You know?
That's crazy.
A lot of dicks.
Must have been crazy as a woman doing that shit.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I actually think I only had sex maybe once there, twice. Even teaching those classes, it was just like guiding people to themselves, you know. I didn't touch them, you know, like sir, if I fuck your wife, like she's coming home with me forever, you know that, right? Like that's the energy I give off, and it's true. Like I say this, I just made a video about this, so I got to put it out there not too long ago, but I have a lot of men that slide into my inbox, obviously because of the way that I talk and I'm a hoe and all this other stuff. They don't know that hoes are selective. Well, these people already don't even stand a slight chance, because if you're sliding in my inbox asking for sex, you clearly didn't watch my stuff, because then you'd know that hoes are very selective. So beyond that, you know, I got a lot of men that are not supposed to be in my inbox that are in my inbox, you know, married men, all that kind of stuff, boyfriends. I just ignore them. Honestly, I usually ignore most of my messages, but there's always that one chick, you know, that's like, are you talking to my man? Because she went through her dude's phone. Ladies and gentlemen, stop going through each other's phones.
Please.
Stop it.
Please stop that shit.
Why you gonna hurt your own feelings?
It's annoying as fuck. I don't know why people do that. You're gonna find something that you don't like, and it might not even be cheating. It might not even be anything. It's gonna be something stupid, and you're gonna fucking be mad that you did it. Like it is so. If you feel like somebody's, I'm saying this out loud, and I shouldn't be saying this, but definitely not my situation. But I'm going through this where I'm literally like a super fucking suspect. Why I feel like I have a suspect of somebody doing something to somebody I care about, and it's literally like a topic that I'm scared to bring up. Even though I've kind of brought it up, but I don't think he wants to pay attention to it. But I would never tell him to go through her phone. I would never tell him to go through her phone. You're going to find something, bro, because you're looking for something.
Yeah.
It may not be something that's what you think. You may not be, found her sucking dick or something like that, but you literally might just find something else.
You're going to find her girl chat, and then you're going to get your feelings hurt. Girls are vicious in their group chat. There's a reason we keep our phones private, baby. It got nothing to do with cheating. It got nothing to do with none of that. It has everything to do with, number one, how often we have to check how to spell a certain word, and number two, what's in our girl chat. That gets vicious and will hurt your feelings, and then you'll be all upset, and we got to deal with that. And it's gross.
I'm gonna tell you right to your face, like, listen, you better erase this shit.
and you did mention something like a friend being in a situation where you kind of know a little bit more information than
I'm pretty
sure you want to tell them, but it ain't your place, bro.
No, it's not. Nah, that's
it
why.
Ain't even your place to drop subtle hints. I learned that lesson the hard way.
So I definitely have done that. Well, I haven't done that. I'm fucking straight to the point. This ain't the show. This is me, nigga. But literally, I have told him what I think. I don't have fucking evidence, but
no.
But
whenever you do that, it is always going to be a negative outcome every time, whether you are right or you are wrong. Because if you tell them and they find out because of what you told them, now you're the reason their relationship's over. It doesn't matter what the girl did, but you brought it to his attention, and now he's sad, and that's your fault.
That sucks.
It's not, but that's what people do. Or, she didn't, and now you're trying to ruin their relationship, talking shit. You're just a hater. No. Like, no, bro.
Very true.
It was real sus, So I always tell people, keep your fucking mouth shut. Always. Somebody tells you and it's straight facts. And this is my favorite line too. Thank you for sharing your perspective.
That's his ass too.
The mic drop.
It says the same shit. He says, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want him to know I'm talking to him just in case he finally watching my fucking show. But it is interesting. It's very interesting. Hey yo, CA KANOOBLE. I almost said it wrong. KANOOBLE. I did say it wrong. I fucked up. I tried good. Yo, this has been an amazing conversation. I'm very happy that we got to do this today. Please tell everybody where you're gonna be at, your shows and stuff like that. I'm also gonna cut this up and I'm gonna put it into this is actually gonna be, I'm not sure exactly when this is going out. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put this out tomorrow.
Whenever you want.
This is gonna be Thursday's pay. Hey, Beeline, y'all watching me plan my shit right now. But tell everybody where you're gonna be this weekend. I'm gonna put this out on Thursday.
All right. So this weekend I will be at the Kelly Center for anybody who lives in PA. I will also be in your dad's DMs. And on Thursdays, I do my live Ho on the Go podcast, which you can find on any streaming platform or on YouTube and Facebook as it goes live. You can comment in. Talk to me, baby, or you can slide in my DMs, but don't send me no dick pics because I'll send it to your mother.
Dick pics. Oh man, that's another fucking crazy.
I save them to send back to establish dominance.
Yeah.
Like I'll save really intimidating looking dicks to send to guys.
It's really weird to fucking do that. Like literally, like that's something I never got into. Like it just seems so awkward to sit here and send a girl a picture. Like I'm not into strip clubs and shit like that either though. I don't like the tease. I like the fucking
that's action. How I am with sexting. It's cringy.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing fucking dishes. or like, dude, I'm literally folding laundry. But yeah, totally in lingerie and I'll call you daddy or whatever. Like
yeah.
I hate that too, the age play shit. Daddy, like you're not.
Yeah, no, get the fuck
my
out
dad
of
is 5'2" with red hair. Looks like a leprechaun. I don't want to think about my dad. I'm getting fucking dicked down by hopefully a Marine,
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never been into that either. Call me daddy or no, bitch. Like, fuck am
I even tried it once, and my son busted in the room like the Kool-Aid man because he thought his came back. Like it was a whole bad situation, So lesson learned, Or they call you baby girl, like
baby girl. Yeah.
First of all, I hate baby, all that. If a man calls me baby,
you hate that?
You're done talking.
I do, baby. I do. Yeah. I don't like when guys call like strangers. Like, my father used to do that shit when I was younger. I used to say, "Thank you, babe," and everybody. And then when I got older,
is it the limit? Like that's it.
I don't even think you should do that, man. Like people got you could respectively be mad if you call somebody's fucking girl like, "Hey, thanks, baby."
Yeah.
Nigga, like, well, you how old are you? Like, that's not a way to approach somebody, bro. Like, you have to have a boundary, man. You got to have a boundary because it is kind of like you're playing it to try to leave it open or try to leave like an attraction, like subtly. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you're gonna walk with somebody and give somebody something, like pay for your ice cream or something, here, baby. You're trying to open a door a little bit, like a crack. Like, you're trying to be sneaky with that shit.
See, I think it's something. I see it as something different. I see it as you're trying to belittle me and make me feel less than by calling me a baby.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, like babe and baby is like a submissive term, and as a very alpha female, I guess I'm a switch, dom sub switch, but I am an alpha submissive, so I am very dominant, intimidating woman. If you call me babe or baby, the way that I will stare at you will probably burn your pubic hair off. Okay, because it will be vicious. I do not like it. It makes
I didn't think about it. I never thought about that.
Don't look at that, but that's what it is. That's the connotation behind it. Nobody just realizes that,
Got it. Yeah, it's very fucking
power exchange. Everything is about a power exchange.
Yo, it is. That was another part of the books. Though. Yeah, this one dude told me this back when I was in high school. Like literally, this one kid told me this shit always stuck with me, and he said, "Relationship is a battle, yo." Relationship is a battle, and not literally just like a fight battle, but it is a battle of power. You don't want to always constantly be, you don't want nobody to feel bad and feel like developed, but you do want to make sure that you're understood as you're playing your position and your position is strong, and that's fucking war. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think I look at it very differently. See, I don't think it's a power struggle at all. So when you have like BDSM culture, that's a power exchange, whether it's a TPE or total power exchange, like a dom and sub, or it's just a kind of slight change and play around with it. What's in a relationship that's constantly up and down isn't the role of dominant or submissive. You know who wears the pants and who doesn't, or if it's even. Mm-hmm. What is the control. And that's the difference. It's not a power exchange, it's an exchange and control.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it definitely.
So
when
you look at it like that, it'll probably end like at least 7 of your fights right away.
Hey,
but you're like, no, I ain't going to the fucking movies today, or no, I ain't going to see your fucking mother this weekend. And then you'll go, she just wants to control it. We'll go see my mother on Sunday. I'm just not going to say anything about it. We're just going to disappear and go on Sunday. So she is in control of the situation.
Very eye-opening right now. You just literally I had that little brain fart that literally just popped up and like. Yo, listen, I was over here about to end it, but we're about to end it in a minute. But listen, it's crazy because you just opened my head up because literally like, yo, listen, here's some inside shit, B-Line. If y'all watch this far, I used to be hothead fucking. I didn't do relationships because I was literally like, as soon as something happens, this is my life all the way. Something happens, as far as it goes. As soon as something happens, fuck this shit, I'm done. Throw it out. Throw the car out. Throw everything out. That was my shit all fucking day. I'm telling you right now. But when I started in this relationship that I'm in right now, this has been the first one. I got a family. I'm happy. I'm fucking sad. I'm going to marry this woman, everything. But I literally had to start learning how to, I would go to the point I'm talking about when we get to the fights and I say, fuck it. I'm saying whatever I can say. I don't care anymore because I'm ending this shit anyway. So I'm going to storm out, burn the house down with me, and then walk out this motherfucker fine. But I can't do that anymore. So like you just said, the control, yo. And that's what I've been, even to this day, like I'm still, like we've been together for 5 years, but to this day, I'm still finding myself, all right, she's mad. All right, let me fucking go sit down because I can't do like I used to do. So now I'm forced to sit down, let her be mad, say her piece. Yep. I'm used to fucking, nah, you ain't over me. I'm fucking going over that. But now
you feel like she's diminishing your power when you're in those moments. When in reality, she just wants to take control of the situation. It does not take away your power. It does not make you less than. It makes you more than, to be honest. It gives you more power in your dominant role in the household as a man. And I hope any man or woman, if they wear the pants in the relationship, is listening very carefully to what I'm saying.
Yeah,
listen to the goddess when she speaks, baby. Okay,
it's hard, man.
This will end a lot of fights. A lot of the time, men think when women are speaking their piece that they are causing a fight because they feel like their power is being taken away when a woman speaks up about certain things. Well, you didn't do it, and instead of saying, well, fuck you, bitch, blah, 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 and all that, and making it worse, just say, you know what? She feels like the one thing that she couldn't have control of. You know what I mean? She's taking control of this. She does the household, whatever she does. She asked you to do that. You had power over that. You didn't do it. So now she's taking control back because she's going to end up doing it right after the argument once she rage cleans, which all women do.
Yep, that's IDTF all day.
Men need to stop looking at it as a power struggle with their ladies and start looking at it as a sacrifice of control, even if it's only temporary. Does not mean you're not in power over the situation, you know?
Yeah,
especially with Latinas, man. You better be fucking careful with them Latinas.
Oh, listen,
that is a power struggle relationship.
Yeah,
okay, that's all
rough,
power.
Man.
There's no sugarcoating that. That's entirely like power struggle. That bitch will cut you. Like,
There's no doubt about that. And you from Philly too, so I know you know about that shit.
Listen, my hands are buy one get one free. From back shots to gunshots is a Philly love story. Don't fuck with me.
Hey, Miss CA KANOOBLE, I'm not gonna fuck it up twice. Yo, it's been a great conversation. I definitely wasn't expecting this. I'm very happy we were able to link up, and you actually got back right away. Everything. I mean, but yo, I definitely want to check your show out. So, I just once again, just fucking shout it out again. I'm gonna make a clip of where you'll be at, and hopefully you guys go check her out. Go follow her. I'm gonna put all her links and stuff in the description of this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Anything to say in closing?
In closing, be the baddest bitch you can be the realest bitch you can be. And when somebody says go fuck yourself, literally go do it. Nobody's gonna fuck you better than you anyway.
That's
period.
Right. You don't gotta worry about shit afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I love me. I light some candles. I put some Savage Garden on. We get it in here, okay?
Savage Garden. That was
Savage Garden. You know,
I knew I loved you.
Yeah,
before I met you. There you go, people. I gave y'all show off. I told you to do the show off. There we go. All right, we did it. Hey, Miss CA KANOOBLE. Yo, I would love to have you back on, man. We could definitely talk about some different stuff or whatever. Yeah, it would be awesome. Even with like a little, maybe a little panel or something like that, we could do on the Beeline, talk about some crazy shit. But that was a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Beeline. I love you guys so much. Go follow her, man. You see, she got a very interesting conversation. It's always refreshing when you hear somebody who's open and talks openly instead of all this fucking, sugar down, watered down shit or whatever. Yo, love you guys so much. Remember where we at. We at the Beeline Entertainment, the place where you come on and show off. That's right. Yo, I'll holler at y'all. Good night.